Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
So back to the action once more as we're double checking everything. And it will be here. Another point scored by the Coyotes. They have just stormed back to take a 6-4 lead here in set two. They lead it. Or they trail it 1-0, to Lovington. And Lovington trying to get back on track. The Wildcats have it popped over the net by number 10. That's Myra Castro. And again, she'll do it one more time. This one into the net from the back row this time for the Coyotes. And that'll be the first Wildcat point lately. Double check here. Should have some audio. Everything is plugged in. Everything looks good. So I think we're in good shape. So there it is. Back to the action on the court. The Wildcats will score again. And we'll get going to the action again. Again, we've had to move a couple times so far due to some power issues. This one goes long for the Wildcats, and the service will go back over to the Coyotes. And serving for Tatum this time. There we go. Now we're definitely on audio-wise. And the Coyotes just serving. The Wildcats into the net that time, and it'll be a Coyote point. That'll make it a 9-6 score here in set number two. Lovington taking set one. Back to serve is Mariscal for the Coyotes. This one goes long, a little too powerful that time on the serve, and it goes beyond the end line. And that'll be Mariscal coming off the floor. And now back over to the Wildcats. Score is 8-7 here in set two. Let's get the service here as it'll come all the way across the net. Back up, and now to get an offensive touch that time is Hernandez. She'll put it down. And the Coyotes have scored again. That'll make it 10-7 Tatum. Unless, well, I may be a point ahead. That'll make it 9-7. And now a long serve for the Coyotes that will fall in play. That will make it 10-7. Sorry, we're still getting a couple of the audio issues worked out, but we'll get it. Here we go, another service across. Lovington will play. And popped over the net that time by the Wildcats. It will be, let me get the young lady's number. Her hair is covering the jersey here. Looks like perhaps number 1. And that would be Layla Hernandez. She will head back to serve now. And this one does come across. And Tatum unable to play it cleanly. It will fall for another Wildcat point. And that will make it a 10-9 game here in set 2. Now, played across the net, the Coyotes with it. And this one into the net this time for Lovington. And that will make it an 11-9 score here with Tatum on the service. Back is Dixon to serve. Played here. And now a nice hard hit that will land in this time for the Wildcats, and that is number 2, Carly Greben. So Greben able to get the kill that time, makes it 11-10. Tatum still in the lead. Now a quick substitution. As coming in will be Shaylin Dunlap. And serving is going to be Greben. Played well by the Coyotes here. And the offensive chance played well on the defense by the Wildcats. Big shot coming, and in the back line, it was Villasenor to pop it up for Tatum. This one across the net and falls harmlessly to the floor. And it is 12-10 Tatum. So back to serve again are the Coyotes. This one does get across, popped back over the net, and then quickly popped back across by the Coyotes. Now they'll try to control and get something across on offense. They will, as that one falls to the floor. Quick whistle here as they'll get ready for the service. Back across. Let me get into the dashboard here if I can. And we'll get the score updated. And there we go. So after the service, we're coming back across here. And that one will fall to the floor. But wide this time for the Wildcats. I'll make it 14-10. Coyotes now serving. And that one goes across into the net. And Lovington has scored again. That will make it a 14-11 score here in set 2. Lovington up 1-0. And here comes the service from the Wildcats. Looked like it may have gone long, but played anyways by the Coyotes. And a rough setup that time for Lovington leads to another Coyote point. That'll make it 15-11 here. And on the setup that time, it was Dunlap. It just kind of got behind her like a foul tip. The service cross to the Wildcats. Big shot coming. Looks like it went long that time. And it did. So another point scored by the Coyotes will make it 16-11. Tatum over Lovington right now. And the service, not exactly what the Coyotes were hoping to see that time. It didn't make it across the net. Makes it 16-12. I have a number 4 here, but not on the roster, so I don't have a name for the young Wildcat. This one across and dug out by the defense. At the net, Lovington there to put it back across. And then a hustle play to get to that ball by the Wildcats. This one will fall in. Looks like it hit on the line that time. And that'll make it 16-13 on the far side of the floor. Lovington still trails by 3 to the Coyotes. Set number 2 again. Lovington leads it by a set, 1-0. And that will be number 4 across. That one will go wide on the service. Lovington giving that one away back over to the Coyotes. That'll make it 17-13. So it'll be Avery Hennard to serve that time, and a whistle again. And the official speaking with the Wildcats there. And Hennard will serve it again. This one does land wide and tightens the score up to 18-14 now. In set 2, very competitive matchup, and set 1 was 2 all the way through. Dunlap is out for the Wildcats now. And let's see who that was coming in. Is Jasmine Hernandez is the young lady's name. Good service cross, played well on the defense. And then a good offensive chance that results in another Coyote point to make it 19-14 here. Tatum still with the lead here in set 2. So Mariscal will go back to serve now for the Coyotes. This one gets a piece of the tape on top of the net, but is played by the Wildcats. They'll get it across. Offensive chance for Tatum. And it's poked across, and a good play there for the Wildcats just to maintain control, and Tatum will put it into the net that time. So it'll be another Wildcat point, making it 19-15 here with Lovington having the service back across now. And into the net on the defense. That time will result in another Wildcat point. 19-16, just 3 points will be the deficit as they'll serve across again. Tatum within another offensive chance, double hit that time, and that'll make it even tighter. 19-17 the score. Back to serve is number 18 is what I have, Yuri Aragon. And she'll get it across, played on the back line. And now a nice play defensively goes errant as it'll roll over to the side and right at the Lovington bench. And they'll have a swap here. Back to serve will be for Tatum. I believe that's Villasenor. It is. She's got it across. Now a third hit that comes set up now. Can the Coyotes do anything with it? It's dug on the back line and then popped back over the net by Lovington. And from the back, DeLibero puts it across. Coyotes and Wildcats with a pretty good rally going here. And this one across, again dug out. Can they get it across the net? They do, the Wildcats do. Tatum will pop it back across. Lovington with a chance to set up. They do. Shot coming here. Doug goes at the net. Hit twice. And now back across. Good rally here. Tatum with a chance, but it goes long this time. As just a little too much power. Caught it up a little bit high in the swing. Oh, and they'll give the point over to Tatum, say it was tipped at the net. So the Coyotes will take a 21-17 lead here now. So back to serve again for the Coyotes as Luann Villasenor. It comes across, and nice defensive play that just ended up for the Wildcats. They will take a timeout here. 22-17 your score. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
All right, back to the action again. I'm Dusty Woodham. Thanks for being here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Tatum with a 22-17 lead in set two, and into the net that time was a Coyote player. So Lovington getting the service back here and a point to make the score here now 22-18. And we'll see what Tatum does here. They'll get it back across the net on the service. And Lovington scores again. So again, the first set competitive. Set number two also very competitive here in Tatum between the Lee County schools, separated by about 20 miles. Lovington with the service across and misplayed on the defense by Villasenor. And it's 22-20. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here for just a moment as we kind of recap this one back and forth. Lovington out to a quick lead to start set 2. Tatum comes back, scores 7 or 8 in a row. Gives it back to Lovington, then gets it back again, the lead again, and it's been their lead since. But the Wildcats chipping away here as we continue to roll in set 2. The Lovington huddle there. Tatum out of the huddle and back out onto the court. Tatum High School football Saturday at 1 o'clock. They'll be on the road. They'll be in Estancia, New Mexico, taking on Cuesta. So we'll have that game for you on the air. Shane Williams, of course, will be with me again. There's the service by the Wildcats now across. Big chance here for Tatum. It's dug out on the back line. It gets across the net, but Lovington into the net. And that will be a Kyle point to make it 23-20 here in set 2. And heading back to serve will be Dixon. And Dixon gets it across, and it's misplayed on the back line by the Wildcats. And that'll make it a set point here for Tatum as Dixon will get ready to serve yet again. And see if Tatum can put this one away. There's the serve, played on the back. And now back across the net for the Wildcats, back to Tatum. And a shot there. Good defense for the Wildcats. Better defense there for the Coyotes, it seemed. And then a miscommunication on the floor between Villasenor and number 7, who is Sydney Rice. Pardon me. Carly Greben will go back to serve now for the Wildcats. And she'll get this one across. It is played on the back line. Now set up. A chance here again. And a little miscommunication, but it worked out for the Wildcats. Now popped back across the net by the Coyotes. And a double hit called here by the official on the far side. And that'll make it 22-24. Greben back to serve again here for the Wildcats. And this is into the net. So that'll do it for set number 2. The Coyotes have tied this one up, I believe, at a set apiece. So we'll be back in just a few minutes with set number 3 right here on KEJL 100.5 FM.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Back again. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Thanks for having us in your homes or in your automobiles, wherever you may be tonight. As it is Tatum and Lovington going at it here and tied at a set apiece. And so far, just competitive as all get out. 25-22 the last set. Tatum taking it and getting ready for set 3. Still about a minute to go before we get back to the action, so we'll reset a couple of things here, including our scoreboard. Getting our notes back from executive producer, Miss Tiffany Stuber, back at the studios in Hobbs. Just kind of been one of those radio adventures today, losing a little power here and there, and a couple of things going on. But we're back. And we're ready for set 3. This one has been fun so far. Each team winning a set. And it's a best of 5 series. So we're going to see at least 4 games here, 4 sets anyhow. And we were here just a week ago where Tatum beat New Mexico Military Institute in straight sets. And the Coyotes now out of their huddle. As are the Wildcats. So set 3 action getting ready to resume here. Thank you, Tiffany, for the note. Bring myself down just a little bit into the microphone. Maybe I'm getting a little loud here, but service is the Wildcats to start set 3. Tatum now with a chance to get it across. They will. And they will move it just a bit. The camera is what was moving. A couple of hits at the net there by the Coyotes. And it's 1-0 Lovington to get set number 3 underway. The service back across. And Tatum with their first offensive chance here. It is played well on the back line by the Wildcats. And now back across. It's one of those that foul tip back towards the exit here at the gym. Excuse me. And I'll make it a 2-0 score here for the Wildcats over the Coyotes. And service now across and back up are the Coyotes trying to get it across. They will get it across the net. It's Myra Castro on the service for the Wildcats here as we continue set 3. A 2-0 score. Right now the Wildcats ahead. And now popped back across by number 4. Again, not on the roster provided us. So we'll try to get that picked up. This one will fall in that time for the Coyotes on the sideline. Just in that time. And it's a 2-1 score. Now back for the Coyotes to serve will be Avery Hennard. She will get it across as we try to get the camera caught up. At least the camera operator. And Tatum will have to get this one across on the third hit. Trailing 2-1, the Wildcats with a chance here. Good jump. Not prompt a timeout here with Lovington ahead 8-4 in set 3 with the teams tied at a set apiece. We'll be back.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And we'll see if we can keep the power to the stream going. We're just having all kinds of issues with power over here in Tatum tonight. Coyotes trail at 8-5 here to Lovington in set 3. As they'll have another chance, and that one knocked backwards yet again by Aubrey Young this time for the Coyotes. And they'll now trail it 9-5. Nice play. Could have been Greben that time trying to get to that one. It was maybe not. So a timeout here. We're going to keep it here as we work on the issues with the video on the stream. Hopefully we're back up, and it looks like we are. And the audio should be coming across on the stream here very shortly, but we do have the audio here. Let's reset set 3. 10-9 Lovington with the lead here after the timeout. Tatum fighting back. They lost set 1 to the Wildcats. Won set 2, 25-22 on that one. And we're going to try to roll again. I think we've got maybe the power issues fixed now with the stream. So, again, serving are the Coyotes. They'll get it there, and we're trying to keep the camera on, make sure that we've got the power, everything's good. Okay. And another score as it is now tied at 10, it says on the scoreboard, but that seems a bit odd. Either way, oh no, that's correct. 10 all, as Tatum has another offensive chance, and a miscommunication there in the middle of the court for the Wildcats leads to a Coyote point, making it 11 now to 10. Tatum ahead. The service into the net that time will tie it right back up. And at 11 all in set 3, the Lee County rivals doing battle. Greben back to serve again for the Wildcats here. And she'll get it across. Now it will be the Coyotes having to get it across the net. They do. And it's hit one time. Looks like may have palmed that one a little bit of a carry, like they would call it. I've been told anyways. 12-11 Tatum after the miscue by the Wildcats. Service across. And a quick chance for number 4 again. Again, we don't have her name on the roster. And a double hit by the Coyote defense will lead to another Wildcat score. 13-12 now. Wildcats regain the lead. And heading back is Castro one more time to serve. She does. Tatum plays it well, but unable to get to it. And the front near the net was number 8 that time, and that's Georgia Weir. Castro gets it back across. Defense looking good. And they'll pop it across, will the Coyotes. Lovington with a chance here offensively. And a nice play made that time by Hernandez to get to it. And then a big shot that time. Played well by the back line of the Wildcats. And we have another double hit called against the Coyotes. And that'll make it 14 now. 2-12. Castro again. Gets it across. They thought it was going to be set up, or I thought it was going to be set up. It was popped over the net by the Coyotes. Number 4 this time with a miscue off the side of her hand will lead to a Coyote score to make it 14-13. Again, it's been very competitive the entire evening so far, and somewhat competitive for us as we're trying to compete to stay on with our stream. Service across now for Tatum. And can they get it across the net? They do. Now popped over. It was not Castro, sorry. It was number 18 that time, and we'll remedy that here shortly. And a miscue at the back line and unable to get to it were the Coyotes. I'll make it 15-13 now your score. So back to serve will be number 4. Aforementioned that we don't have her name on the roster. We'll try to get it momentarily. A miscue, and that ball lands wide, making it 16-13. Unforced errors costing the Coyotes here in recent moments. As serving again will be number 4. Here it comes across. And now popped across the net by the Coyotes. Another chance here for the Wildcats. Coyotes defend it well. And the shot here from Villasenor is played well. She'll pop it back across as it came across the net. Let's see what the Wildcats have here. Probably would have gone long. Communication will help on that back line some for these Coyotes. But that's 4 in a row reeled off by Lovington to make it 17-13. Again, we're in set 3. Each team has won a set here. Another miscue as that one will be caught by the chair umpire. And that'll make it 18-13. Timeout here. We're going to take it as well, and we'll be back in just a few moments.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
All right, we are back again. Carly Knapp, by the way, is the name of number 4 for the Wildcats that we've been missing here on our roster. And she is serving here with an 18-13 lead for the Wildcats as the Coyotes will bring it back across. And Tatum will score the point here. 18-14 as going back to serve will be Mariscal. Let me get back into this dashboard here so I can actually update our score. 18-14, Tatum behind, but trying to get there now. And a double hit on the other side, the Wildcat side. Whoop. Somebody hit the Zoom there, I see. I did, apparently. That's what I'm being told. So here comes the service for the Coyotes, trailing 18-15 now, as they had allowed several points in a row to go the Wildcat way. Now popped over the net. And are they going to call that the double hit that time? They are. And the Wildcats will score again, taking a 4-point lead one more time, as it's 19-15 here. And the Wildcats serve, get it across. It's being played now. This time the Coyotes will pop it towards the back line. Carly Knapp with the dig that time. She'll pop it back from way back on the floor. Now Villasenor sees a hole in the defense, pops it over the net, and will score it for the Coyotes. 19-16 here. Coyotes will get the service back. And it will be Villasenor who just scored to serve. This one across, played by Knapp. Now across by Hernandez. And the Coyotes with yet another opportunity. They'll get it across the net. Now popped back. At back line, hustle play to get to it by Young. Coyotes and Wildcats trade quick volleys. And now back across. Now the Wildcats will set up an offense. And it's blocked at the net by Dixon and down. The Coyotes will score, and it's 19-17. Tatum trails by 2, but they'll get the service back here in set 3. Now Villasenor with a powerful serve. Knapp on the defense that time. This one's blocked back, or may have hit the net. It was close there. And we'll have an argument from the coach with the umpire on the call, but to no avail for the Wildcats this time. As Villasenor will head back to serve again, trailing by 1. 19-18 now the score here. And it's just been tied on a defensive miscue. We're going to have a timeout called here by the Wildcats. It is 19 apiece in set 3, and what has been a lot of fun to watch this evening. Tied at a set apiece, and now tied in set number 3, 19 all. We'll be back.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those who serve.
Three, and having a chance to take a 2-1 lead if they can reel off 5 more here. Villasenor on the service, now back across. It's popped across. Again, saved, and then the offense finds a hole in the defense that time to make it 21-19 Tatum. Villasenor back to serve again. This one is popped up by the Wildcats after it comes across the net, and then softly put across for a point by Hernandez. And that'll make it 21-20. So now back to serve again are the Wildcats. Trailing by 1 in set 3. The Coyotes with a chance here offensively first. It is Doug on the back row, and now put across, but it will go long this time. And Tatum will get the service back with a 22-20 lead. It will be Dixon to serve for Tatum. And she'll get it into the net this time for the Coyotes to make it 22-21. And Lovington will head back with Hernandez to serve once again. This one's across. Defense is able to play it near the back. Offensive setup that time. And unfortunately into the net was the attempt for the Coyotes. That'll tie it up at 22 apiece. Hernandez back to serve again. Lovington gets it across. Tatum had to dig that one low. Can they get it back across? They do, as the Wildcats will have a chance offensively. Tatum's defense up to the challenge and back across. Lovington will try to set it up for another big score. And that time Knapp sent it across. Villasenor back across for Tatum. And that one softly put across. The defense there offensively. They'll put it back across again. This one, another one of the longer rallies we've seen so far in this matchup. A good block at the net by the Wildcats, but Tatum able to save it. Unfortunately, it'll hit the rafters at the top of the gym here and fall back on the Coyotes side. 23-22 the score. Lovington ahead, 2 points away from taking a 2-1 lead. Hernandez sends it across, played. And now across for the Coyotes. This one errant, goes to the side and across the sideline to tie it back up at 23 apiece. Again, this whole matchup's been just very, very competitive so far for both squads. Tatum with the service here, gets it across. And now straight down from Knapp that time. One of the few miscues you've seen from that young lady today. And it is 24-23. Tatum with a point here would have a 2-point lead and would take the set. Service cross, played, and errantly across the side. And your Coyotes have taken a 2-1 lead, 25-23 in set 3. We'll be back in just a few moments right here on 100.5 FM KEJL, HobbsAmerica.com, and on YouTube.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, back again here in Tatum, New Mexico. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Shane Williams not able to be here yet, but hopefully we'll see him. I know we'll see him Saturday as the Coyotes will be taking on Cuesta up in Estancia at 1 p.m. right here. You'll catch all the action. That will be football action instead of volleyball, which is what we're doing now. Tatum losing set 1 to Lovington earlier, and now have stormed back, taking the last 2. We're moving on to set 4 as we continue to roll on. 2-1 lead for the Coyotes here heading into set 4. And we'll see who they send out on the floor, each squad. But nothing coming easy either way so far in the matchup. Checking notes here. But Lovington had come in and looked really good in set number 1. They have not looked bad at all. Both teams have just been back and forth so far in the sets that I've seen here, as it's just been one of those good live radio adventures. Tatum will have the service to start set number 3 here. And back is Hennard to serve. She'll get it across. Played by the Wildcats, and an offensive chance. Knapp puts it across the net. Tatum there. Villasenor a little long on that attempt offensively. And that'll be a 1-0 score to start set 4. Lovington with the lead. It's going to be Castro back to serve. Now across. Played just errantly again. Just one of those things that'll happen from time to time, making it a 2-0 score now. Lovington ahead. Castro with the service again. It is played on the back by the Coyotes. Now over by Villasenor. She will score again. So far appears she's got to be near the team lead anyways in kills in this one. So 2-1, your score. Tatum trails, but they have the service here. And that is going to be Mariscal with the service into the net, though. And the Wildcats now with a 2-point lead here in set 4. 3-1. Back will be Knapp to serve now for the Wildcats. She'll get it across. It is played very well that time by Young. Now back to Knapp. Wildcats will send it across. That probably would have gone long had they let it go. Double hit now by Dixon is called, and it's 4-1. Lovington off to a quick lead here. So Knapp to serve again. It'll come across and played by the Coyote D. Now Knapp will dig it out for the Wildcats. This one deep towards the end line. Young played it. Villasenor gets it across after it catches a piece of the tape on the net. Now back across to the Coyotes. They'll have a chance to set up, and Dixon will put it across. Towards the back corner with that shot were the Wildcats. The defense ready for it. And that would be Greben that dug it out on the backside for the Wildcats. Now an offensive chance played by Young. Villasenor across the net. Does Knapp get to it? She does. And put right back across by Villasenor. And it's now 4-2. Tatum trails by 2, but they have a 2-1 lead here against the Wildcats. Villasenor to serve. Into the net, as you see. And that'll make it 5-2. Lovington with that lead. Now a quick rotation here is number 3, Jasmine Hernandez will come in for the Wildcats. And she will serve into the net. So right there, getting the favor back were the Wildcats. Giving the favor back, were the Wildcats. And that'll make it 5-3. Dixon on the serve this time. And she'll get it down in front of the defense as Hernandez dives, but is unable to get to it. And it'll be the Coyotes serve again. 5-4 the score here in set 4. This one across, played. And that was Castro hustling to get to it. This one just enough steam to get across the net that time for the Wildcats. And now they'll get a chance to set up their offense as they get it back from Tatum. Across, played. It was Dixon now. That's going to be Hernandez here for the Coyotes. And Tatum still with another chance. Wildcats, though, offensively here. Knapp gets it across. Popped up. It's going to get across the net and just kind of in between in no man's land that time for the Wildcats. And this thing's tied up at 5. Set 4, and going back again is going to be Dixon. The service cross played. Almost like a tip. Knapp with a hustle play to get to it. This one coming back across. Barely misses the rafters. And the Coyotes will have to pop it back over. Knapp with a dig. And now a chance here for Hernandez. And it's going to be a 4. They called 4 hits there against the Wildcats. Again, the Coyotes, of course, will take the lead for the first time here in the set. 6-5 in set 4. They lead it 2-1 over Lovington. We'll play a quick ad. We'll be right back here on KEJL 100.5 FM.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Now coming out of the break here, back to the action, and service runs long this time for the Coyotes to tie this thing back up at 6. Again, a back and forth affair each of the first 3 sets. Set 4, no different here, as we're going to see a couple of new faces in for Tatum, or one new face. Georgia Weir has checked at the game. And Tatum with their first offensive chance, gets it across. Knapp. And Knapp actually put it towards the front. Castro set it up, and Long was greebing on that one for the Wildcats. As tell you what, covering 2 Lee County schools is sometimes fun. It is 7-6. Now Tatum, as the service comes across, and Lovington will get it back across the net, put up, and a chance there for, I believe that was Hennard on that one, and it was Avery Hennard will get the kill that time and give the Coyotes and her team a 2-point lead. 8-6 here. And now back across, but long on the service for the Coyotes that time. And that'll make it 8-7. Tight one here at the Den. Back to serve will be Layla Hernandez. And that one played at the back by the Coyotes. They'll get it back across. And a big offensive chance and a good dig by Villasenor. Trying to put it back over where the Coyotes, and Hennard had the block. The Coyotes stuck with it, got it back across. Knapp this time with a kill on the back line to make it 8 apiece here. Nikki Hernandez did all she could that time for the Coyotes, but just couldn't get to it in time. Now, Hernandez with another one to Nikki Hernandez. Layla Hernandez to Nikki Hernandez that time. It goes off her hands and beyond the end line. And it's 9-8 Lovington. Set 4. And the service coming here from Layla Hernandez is popped up, and nobody home on the front line near the net for the Coyotes, and it'll be 10-8. Lovington has regained the lead here. They trail it by a set, 2-1 in set 4. Get this thing more stable as coming across the Wildcats will have a chance. Offensively, they'll get it back across again. And Coyotes will put it back over. And this time, too soft a touch there from Layla Hernandez for the Wildcats, and the Coyotes have scored again. 10-9 now here at the Den. We'll try to update it here. And the service across for the Coyotes played well on the back line. Now Knapp puts it across. A chance here for Mariscal. She'll get it over for Tatum. Now back across. And this one into the net, and it's going to be hit twice here by the Coyotes. That'll make it 11-9. With the Wildcats in the lead, with Greben going back to serve. Greben gets it across, but long as it'll travel beyond the line. And it's 11-10. Again, back and forth. It's been that way this entire matchup. Back to serve will be Hernard. She'll get it across. And it'll be Knapp with the first chance. She'll pop it high this time. And we'll see Villasenor just dink it over a bit. Knapp from the far side gets it back across. Hernandez with the play for Tatum. And this one into the net. It tips over. Knapp with the diving attempt could not keep it in play that time, and we're tied at 11. Hernard will go back and serve again. This one across and played by, looked like Hernandez, then it was Greben. Now for the Coyotes, a chance, and into the net this time is Dixon. 12-11 now the score. Lovington staying in the lead. Castro now with an opportunity here. The Coyotes will have Dixon again, and she'll miss on the swing that time. 13-11, Wildcats back ahead. Here in set number 4. Big service from Castro. Dixon will pop it over on the second touch that time. Castro, and it's played well by Hernandez at the back. They'll have to pop it over. Will the Coyotes? They'll get it back across. It will be Knapp. She hits it off the side of her hand into the net. Score now 13-12. Coyotes still trail by 1. It will be Mariscal back for the service here for Tatum. As she'll make her way towards the end line. Ball into the net that time. And again, a lot of errors here by both sides have led to points. And as Coach told you last week, it is a game of errors. 14-12 now, Wildcats looking to force a 5th set. Knapp gets that one down with a miscommunication on the back line this time for Tatum, making it a 15-12 score. Miscommunication was between Rice and Young for the Coyotes. Knapp with the service. And again, they're hitting our zoom. We'll zoom back out on this as the action's still going. Here with a 15-12 score. This one will go wide this time for the Wildcats and out, making it 15-13. Tatum will get the service back, trailing by 2. Serving will be, it looks like Villasenor. Is that correct? It is. She'll get it across, and it'll go long. So some service errors now coming for both sides, and 16-13 the score. It looks like Dunlap back in for the Wildcats and trying to catch up here. It was Dunlap, Shaylin Dunlap in, and out was that Hernandez? Other way, Hernandez in, Dunlap out. And unfortunately on that one for the Wildcats, that one kind of got in that spot just between the player and the net. And that will be a point scored for the Wildcats, making it the Coyotes 16-14 with the Wildcats in the lead. The service by Dixon, way long this time, lots of power in that one. She caught it pretty high on her swing, and it's 17-14 now, with Lovington in the lead, trailing by a set. Service across, and it will be Hennard that time getting it across for the Coyotes. Put across by Hernandez. We'll keep the camera pretty close here as both teams knocking it back and forth. This one long back towards Young near the end line. Young from the back row gets that one a little strong. And we'll put it across. We've got a timeout here as Lovington will enjoy a 4-point lead, 18-14 here in set 4 when we come back.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Going to go back towards the back line. That's Young with it for the Coyotes. And now the Wildcats will work on it. They'll get it back again after a quick touch from the Coyotes. Young plays it on the back line high. Villasenor gets to it, and then the ball will hit the floor and bounce back up into the chin of Young. And it is a 5-point Wildcat lead here. 19-14. They trail at 2-1 to your Coyotes. And it'll be another long serve that time, another service error. This one by the Wildcats, and make it 19-15, but they still have the lead here. Who's back to serve? I believe that's Hernandez for Nikki Hernandez for the Coyotes. She'll get it across. Knapp with the second touch. Now back across to Tatum. They'll set up the offense a little bit here. Hennard hits it hard. Dug out by Knapp. Now defensive play by Hernandez. Nikki Hernandez. Now Mariscal puts it across for Tatum. Now they're going to be Greben knocks it across, I believe. No, it was not. Yeah, it was. Knapp this time with the dig. Now back and forth goes the volleyball. Lovington with it here. They're going to get it back. Greben with a chance at a kill. She'll convert that time on the attempt, and that'll make it 20-15. Now, Lovington with the serve and leading by 5 in set 4. Hernandez gets it across. Played by Nikki Hernandez into the net, and 2 hits that time right at the net. For the Coyotes will lead to a point. Now you're going to see number 14 Young come in for Tatum. Didn't see much of her last week, the young lady. And Hernandez will serve again. Tatum to play it. Hernandez hit it right at, almost line drive style that time, right at Rice. And Tatum has found themselves in a 7-point hole here, 22-15 to the Wildcats. Hernandez to serve, comes across, and it's 23-15 after the misplay. Timeout's going to be called by the Coyotes here. The Wildcats 2 points away from taking set number 4 and tying it up. We'll be back.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
All right, we're back again at the Coyote Den, if you will. Dusty Wyndham here on the live stream and KEJL 100.5 FM. The Lovington Wildcats trailing a set now with an 8-point lead here in set 4 and a chance to force that set 5, the winner-take-all set. Tatum will get this one back across. And now it'll be... It looked like Villasenor there. I do not know. Yes, it was. And into the net this time from Young, giving the set point to the Wildcats now 24-15. This has been the widest margin we've seen so far in the set. Largest lead of the contest by either squad. And Lovington with an offensive chance here to try to put it away. A good dig on the dive that time by the Coyotes, but into the net from the back line from Nicky Hernandez, and we're tied at 2 sets apiece as Lovington has tied this thing back up. We'll be back again in a moment right here on 100.5 FM KEJL.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
All right, back again here in Tatum, where the Wildcats and Coyotes are doing battle here on the volleyball court. 2 sets apiece have been won by the squads. And the hometown Coyotes now with a 5th set facing them here. It has been a back-and-forth affair, but Lovington really ran away with set number 4 just a few moments ago, as you see the blue shirts over here. Making sure everybody's correctly put into the official scorebook. Now, ready for set number 5 here. Lovington won set 1. Tatum storms back, takes sets 2 and 3. And, well, it's all come down to set 5 now, as Lovington was able to take set 4. And so, Tatum looking to come back from that 4th set loss. Lost at 25-15, actually. And what a match it's been. Each team with 2 sets won. Coyotes now ready to get back out on the floor. Again, you're listening to us on 100.5 FM KEJL. You're watching on YouTube and at HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dusty Wyndham. It will be Wildcat service to get things rolling here, as Castro will go back and handle the serve to get set 5 going. Momentarily, as they're checking everybody out. Now they're going to have to allow Tatum wanted to get a player in on the rotation as Mariscal will come out. That's Young in, and now we're set for set 5. It looked for a moment like the officials weren't going to let the Coyotes get that player in. They do. Young off the serve will control, and then Tatum gets it across. Knapp with an opportunity played by Young here for Tatum. Now back across again. Wildcats with another chance. Knapp again, and this time it'll fall in front of Villasenor. 1-0. Now Lovington in his 5th and decisive set. So back across now. That's going to be Villasenor, and tapped over the net here by the Coyotes to tie it up at 1 and get the service back. That was Weir that time. Now back across. Castro sends it across for Lovington. Now a chance offensively. That was Hennard for the Coyotes. Knapp again. And a block that time, and it'll fall to the floor for a Coyote point. Back to serve will be Villasenor. And they've got a 2-1 lead here in set 5. Villasenor gets this one across. It's played at the back. Knapp, I thought was going to get to that one, but it was Castro instead. Now Tatum back across. They'll try to hit the back line again. Good hustle that time by Nicky Hernandez for the Coyotes. A double hit, though, and that'll make it 2-all. Wildcats get the service back here. And other than set 4, which was 25-15, which Lovington won, this one's been close all the way through. I expect no difference here. Knapp sends it across. The Wildcats give it back to the Coyotes. Long on that attempt, and it's 3-2 Lovington. Wildcats inching a little closer to that victory. Knapp back to serve. This one into the net. A service error gives the Coyotes the service back. And it's 3 apiece here in set 5. Back to serve is Rice into the net. So it gives it right back over to the Wildcats. And it looks like Dunlap out. It's going to be Hernandez in for the Wildcats, who trail it 4-3. Played at the back by the Coyote D. Chance here. That was Hennard getting it across now. Who will it be? It will be the Wildcats into the net that time, as Tatum will take it, or that'll tie it up at 4. That's what I thought was happening here. Thought the score was a little off. Yuri Aragon on the error that time for the Wildcats. Now played by Knapp near the back line, straight up. They had to get to it quickly. They'll get it back across the net, will the Wildcats. Now a chance here for Dixon, and she'll score it for the Coyotes. That'll make it 5-4, the lead back and forth here in set 5. Tatum now with the 5-4 lead. And Hennard serves. Knapp will dig it out, but right at the net. Mistiming the jump that time, though, was Dixon. And the ball goes into the net for the Coyotes, and it is tied at 5 as the Wildcats regain the serve. It'll be Aragon here. In set 5, tied at 5. Coyotes with a chance first offensively. Knapp defensively for the Wildcats. Now back across by Greben. It goes long. 6-5 Coyotes as they'll get it back. Now coming out will be Aragon. And number 7 coming back in for the Wildcats. Let me make sure that's Hadley Bondo. So the service across now with a 6-5 lead. Dixon gets it back across. Good play by the Wildcats to get it back and in control. Greben hits the top of the tape on the net, and it'll fall for a Wildcat score. 6 apiece now as Hernandez goes back to serve for the Wildcats here in set 5. The Coyotes with a chance, and meeting at the net was Knapp, and it looks like Hennard. Now the Coyotes will get it back across. And a whistle there and an infraction that'll give the Wildcats the lead at 7-6. So Hernandez back to serve again. She'll get it across, played by Young, and then a miscommunication between Rice and Dixon, and it's 8-6. Timeout called here by Tatum. Set 5, 8-6, and Lovington fighting back, and now with a 2-point lead here. We'll be right back.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely, the Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those who serve.
In Tatum, I'm Dusty Wyndham. This one a close one, folks. We're in set 5 with the Coyotes ahead, or behind here. They were ahead 2-1. They'll score the point that time and make it 8-7. As we are in the decisive 5th set. Huge play that time for the Coyotes. It'll be Villasenor serving here. They'll get it back. A bit misplayed by Hernandez, and we've got a violation called that'll tie this thing up at 8 on that back line for the Wildcats. So Villasenor is serving for the lead here in set 5 for Tatum. Back across, it gets into the net and over somehow. Sometimes better lucky than good, they say. And that time, that may have proven true. Villasenor back to serve again after the Coyotes regain the lead, 9-8. And now have given it right back. 9-all as that one's into the net here. Again in set 5. Back to serve will be Greben for the Wildcats. And she'll get it across. Played back by Young, and then Rice will save it. Back across now for Tatum, and Knapp for the Wildcats. Had a chance at the score there. It will come across again. The Wildcats with another opportunity. Hernandez gets it across. Now back across by the Wildcats, or by the Coyotes to the Wildcats. That one played and right at the net. Pop back up, heads up play there by Dunlap. And the Coyotes were ready for it, however, as it'll come back. Looked like Hernandez there. A double hit called again here on these Coyotes, and that'll make it 12-11. So Lovington and Tatum both very much alive here in set 5. And it's Carly Knapp on the service. Goes long, and Tatum now with a 2-point lead, 13-11. I do believe set 5 just goes to 15 here. And so 2 points away from another victory are the Coyotes. This one served by Hennard, goes wide though, and it's back to a 13-12 score. Lovington with the service and a chance here. Into the net though on the service is Hernandez, and that'll make it 14-12, or it'll be match point here. Going back to serve for the Coyotes is going to be Hennard. Can she put it away here? Across. Knapp misplays it. It'll roll off towards the side. The error giving Tatum the win in tonight's match. 3-2, but what a matchup between these two Lee County schools, and very little given up by either side. The Coyotes lucky to come away with a victory here as the Wildcats came into the Coyote Den and gave them all they can handle. I'll be back in just a few moments to wrap this thing up and then perhaps have a word with Coach. We'll be back.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the